Hi, I'm Tiffy. If there's one thing you should know about me is that I will absolutely travel across the world just for food. So come with me as we spend a week together here in Singapore. From iconic hawker eats to late night bar hopping, my first ever F1 experience, and a special moment that truly became the highlight of my year. Welcome to Singapore.
Thinking about what we've been through. The world can be a lonely place. Baby, I'm so glad that I found.
Hi friends, welcome back to another vlog. When in Singapore, you already know the first stop has to be Hawker Center. There's just nothing better than wandering around random stalls, ordering way too much food, and sitting down together to finally catch up. Got the food! Today, we're at the iconic Newton Hawker Center. Yes, the one from Crazy Rich Asians. It was our friend's first time here in Singapore, so of course, we had to order a little bit of everything for her to try.
This is stingray. I never had it before. Apparently it tastes like chicken.
Smoky barbecue chicken wings that were so addicting, sauté skewers that kept us reaching for more, spicy sambal stingray that tasted like a mix of chicken and fish,
But it's so spicy.
and freshly made pratas. The onion ones were my absolute favorite, so flavorful inside. And of course, both the dark and light carrot cakes, my personal favorite from the night. This is honestly what I love the most about hawker centers in Singapore. They bring people together. No fancy reservations needed, just good food and good company. I truly don't think there's a better way to spend the first night back in one of my favorite cities ever.
So good. It's good. It is so good.
Oh my gosh, it's like mango sticky rice, but on crack. Oh my god.
Hi guys, good morning. Yesterday was so much fun. It is always so nice to go to hawker centers with more than 2 people because you can order so many different dishes, and the food was
So good.
so good. Anyways, today we're actually going to Universal Studios, which I'm so excited. We haven't been since
2017, so it's been 8 years.
8 years or so. So yeah, let's go grab some breakfast and head out together. Last time Dom and I were in Singapore, he made me promise that he had to get kaya toast at least 3 times during the trip. And lucky for us, our hotel was located right above Ya Kun Kaya Toast. So you know, we were there every single morning for breakfast. There's just something about that perfect combo: crispy toasted bread, rich creamy kaya, and a thick slab of cold salted butter that melts right in between. Paired with a soft boiled egg and strong cup of kopi, honestly, life does not get better than this. Speaking of good food, can we just take a moment to appreciate how Asian theme parks just know how to do food right? I swear every bite in Singapore hits differently, even at theme parks. I can go on and on about what I love here, but truly the food alone is worth booking a flight for.
So cute.
Dom and I first came to Singapore 8 years ago. It was actually our final stop in our Southeast Asia trip, the one that we spent an entire year saving up for after graduating as students, and we instantly fell in love with Singapore. At the time, we came here mostly because we wanted to visit Universal Studios, but we left with so much more. I remember thinking, how is 4 days even enough time? We wanted to stay so badly. However, as 2 broke, fresh out of college kids, we knew we had to head home. Singapore was truly the first place outside of Canada where I truly felt like I could live here. I still remember promising myself that one day I will come back.
Butter chicken at Universal Studios. This looks really legit.
Funny enough, right after I graduated, I started applying for jobs that were either in Singapore or had offices based out of here, and that is how much I wanted to move here. I don't know if it was the food, the kind people, how safe and clean the city felt, or just the magic of being somewhere that made me feel so alive, but I knew I wanted to be part of it. And now, years later, being back at Universal Studios again,
I've been waiting all day for this.
the reason that we came in the first place, getting to live these memories again and share this experience now with you, showing the Singapore that I first fell in love with, it honestly feels like such a full circle moment, and I feel so grateful to be here. Cheers! Ice cold beer. We got so lucky. Basically, the moment we got back to our hotel room, it started thundering and pouring rain outside. We ordered chicken rice from Putong Ki. We never tried it before, but I've heard it's actually some people's favorite chicken rice spots, and I also ordered their famous crispy tofu. Cheers.
Cheers.
The rice.
Oh wow.
So good.
I can't imagine how good this will taste in person.
Let's try the tofu. Cheers. I bet that would taste so good in person, but the tofu is so soft on the inside.
But still really crispy on the outside. Oh, that's so good.
That's so good. Anyways, we're gonna enjoy dinner, watch some shows, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow or in a bit. We made it out. So cute. I wasn't joking when I said we were having kaya toast at least 3 times on this trip because today we're heading to Toast Box, another super popular chain in Singapore known for its kaya toast. Finally trying Toast Box. We ordered their iconic crispy golden kaya toast. If I'm being honest, as someone who prefers a sweeter kaya jam, I think I still prefer yakun just a little bit more. However, and this is a big however, I absolutely fell in love with their chicken floss toast. Thick, fluffy milk bread started with that light layer of mayo, packed with savory chicken floss, and finished with a drizzle of sweet condensed milk. It is that perfect balance of sweet, savory, and umami that keeps you coming back for more. I don't normally love spending time at malls when I'm traveling, but Ion Orchard is definitely an exception. This place has everything. It is 8 stories high, over 300 stores, and literally has anything you could ever think of. They have my favorite Love Bonito I always stock up every time I'm back in Singapore, to endless cute collectibles and blind boxes. But my absolute favorite part of Ion Orchard, the food opera down at the basement. It is a perfect blend of comfy food court meets the hustle bustle of Hawker Center. And I swear there are endless options for you to choose from. Much food options here. I can't even decide what we're gonna eat. My go-to order every single time I'm here is the dry fishball noodles. It is handmade, plump, bouncy fish balls paired with spicy, tangy noodles tossed right in front of you. It is such a simple meal, but it honestly hits every single time. The fish balls are the bounciest fish balls I have ever had, and I don't think there's ever been a trip back to Singapore where I haven't had a bowl here. But to give you an idea of just how accessible good food here is in Singapore, on our short 15 minutes walk back to the hotel, we managed to squeeze in a few more treats. First, we grabbed freshly squeezed juice made right in front of us for only $3. Then we stopped by Tofuji, the super new trendy spot that makes tofu-based gelato. It is plant-based, dairy-free, churned into the silkiest thick texture. Honestly, it tasted way better than I expected, and I think I'll definitely be coming back here. It was packed with so much protein. And of course, Mr. Coconut. This is my new current obsession that I don't think I'll ever get sick of, and I recommend anyone who visits Singapore to come here and try their coconut shake. Hi guys, we just got back to our room. It is thundering and pouring and everything outside right now. We're so lucky. It always starts when we get back to our room.
Literally the minute we go back to our hotel.
Anyways, we figured we can open our blind boxes together from Pop Mart. Aw, I got another one.
Oh, we got Brooke.
Cute. Next, we also got the one-piece ship.
Honestly, I'd be okay with any of these. These all look really cool. Oh, we got the Going Merry.
Ooh, what's this one?
Oh, that's a Boa's ship. Nice.
It's not green. Ooh, the pink one.
It's cute.
So cute.
Super cute.
Okay, our friend is about to get here. I think they're on their Uber here right now. And we're gonna head out for dinner. Take it really easy. Hopefully it stops raining because I really wanna take them to a hawker center. But yeah, we'll play by ear. Super happy with our haul. So it is my best friend's first time here in Singapore, and on the very top of their must-try list, chicken rice. I know, there's so many incredible chicken rice spots here in Singapore, and don't worry, I'm taking them to plenty more during this trip, but you cannot come here without visiting the iconic Maxwell Food Center, home to 2 legends, Tian Tian chicken rice and Ah Tai chicken rice.
First meal in Singapore. We're at Maxwell Food Center.
We went all in. Chicken rice from both stalls, white and dark carrot cakes, and extra large lime juice to wash it all down. The moment we took our first bite, we just looked at each other and was like, how do Singaporeans get to eat this every single day? It is seriously on another level. We all agree that Tian Tian rice wins for the flavor. It is so fragrant and so glossy, while Thai chicken takes the win when it comes to tender and juicy chicken. And yes, the national debate continues, dark or light carrot cake. Personally, I am team light and Dom is team dark, so the mixed plate is the perfect compromise for us. As the first meal here in Singapore, I would say we're off to an amazing foodie start. Ever since I found out that we would all be here at the same time, I've been non-stop rambling about all the places I needed to bring them, and the very first on the list, Birds of Paradise, my all-time favorite ice cream shop here in Singapore. It is light, perfectly balanced, not too sweet, the perfect pre-bar hopping snack before diving into Singapore's next level cocktail scene. First up, Nighthawk, a hidden little speakeasy that might just be my new favorite cocktail bar here in Singapore. Warm lighting, plush seats, and that beautiful retro vibe that makes you feel like you stepped right into a movie scene. The cocktails here, oh my goodness, so good. Think of all your classic favorites like espresso martini, Manhattan, Negroni, but with their own playful, creative twist that makes it feel both surprising and familiar at the same time. Funny enough, this bar was actually recommended by my friend Tabby from the last time Dom and I were here in Singapore. So when we finally made it this trip, I took a photo, sent it to her like, guess where I am? And somehow she was literally right around the corner. What started off as a casual night quickly turned into a full-on local bar hopping adventure. And let me just say, Tabby knows her stuff. The second stop, Sako House, was such a vibe. Imagine your cool cousin hip basement bar, but somehow it's also ranked number 15 on Asia's 50 best bars. The cocktail menu rotates weekly since they use what's fresh, local, and seasonal, which makes every visit feels new. As someone who may or may not have tried every single drink on the menu that night, all I can say is the drinks here are dangerously good, and make sure to go visit their iconic washroom. It is such a vibe. And last but not least, Cat Bite Club. Their focus is on agave and rice spirits, which makes their cocktails super light, refreshing, and the kind that you can sip all night long. Thank you so much, Tabby, for showing us around. All three bars were probably ones that I would never have found on my own, and they're now officially made it onto my must-visit list every time I'm here in Singapore. Maybe it was the cocktails warming our hearts or just the magic of very good company, but this is definitely one of those nights that I will never forget. The next day, I wanted to bring them to another one of my favorite restaurants here in Singapore, the Coconut Club. And you will not believe who we bumped into.
Look who I bumped into!
I haven't seen Alyssa since the last trip here, so being reunited at my favorite restaurant in the city, let's just say that this cannot be a coincidence. The star of their menu and truly the reason why I keep coming back is their fried chicken nasi lemak. It comes with their iconic coconut rice, which I genuinely believe this is the best coconut rice I have ever had in my life. It is so rich, so fragrant, and perfectly fluffy. The chicken is crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and the fragrant sides, the sambal, the anchovies, the egg, the cucumber, it all comes together so perfectly to make that perfect bite so balanced. And okay, I know they're called the Coconut Club, so you expect them to do really well when it comes to coconut, but wow, their fresh coconut here are next level, and their coconut shake, absolutely must try. Creamy, icy, not too sweet, just pure perfection. If you're ever visiting Singapore, please add Coconut Club to your list, and I promise you will not regret it. I have a little confession. When I was in my 20s, I thought life in my 30s would look so different. I imagine myself climbing the corporate ladder, maybe starting a family, having life all figured out because I was just so eager to just grow up. But now that I'm in my 30s, I realize how precious time really is. Every time I get to travel with my friends, I find myself cherishing it more and more because the truth is you never really know when life will change. It is such a blessing to find genuine friendships as an adult. When I was younger, I used to think that if a friendship needed effort, it wasn't meant to last, but now I realize the effort is what makes it beautiful.
Getting dessert!
Showing up for each other, sending that thinking of you text, planning dinners even if it's weeks away. Adult friendships are built not just on convenience and shared memories, but also on choosing each other again and again. And when you find those people, the people that make you laugh until your stomach hurts, that will split a bowl of dessert with you no matter what time of day it is, who will listen without judgment and love you through every version of yourself, hold them tight, because these are the friendships that remind you that no matter how much life changes, you are never truly alone. I just know that one day I'll look back and remember this season of life, being in my 30s in Singapore with my best friends, eating good food, collecting little memories, and maybe a few blind boxes that I didn't want.
Maybe third time we'll finally get Tony the Chopper.
But realizing how lucky I am to have people who make every moment feel like home.
This is our 5th box. No, our 6th box.
Six?
Six.
Yeah, 6.
2, 1.
Oh, get this.
I hate this.
Speaking of memories I'll remember forever, here's one that I know we will all never forget. Yvonne having chili crab for the very first time at the legendary KEK Seafood House. You know those places where the second you walk in, you just know it's gonna be good? Well, that is KEK. It is busy, loud, in the best way possible, packed with locals sharing plates of seafood and sipping on ice cold beers. Truly my kind of place. Other than the iconic chili crab, we also ordered their roasted chicken, crispy skin, juicy meat, simple yet dangerously addicting. Then came my absolute favorite dish here, the beef quay tail, soft silky noodles perfectly charred from that smoky wok hei, tossed in the most tender slices of beef. It is one of those dishes that hits all the comfort notes, savory, rich, and just so satisfying. And of course, the star of the show, the chili crab. The crab came in that glistening, thick, sweet and spicy tang sauce that coated every bite so perfectly. When you dip those freshly fried golden bento buns into that sauce, oh my goodness, pure perfection. We ordered 12 buns in total between the 4 of us, and honestly, I think we should have ordered more. It was a perfect mix of laughter, good food, and that chaotic, happy energy that made you feel so alive. Truly local comfort food at its best.
Way back when, before the grown-up
Dessert.
were one best friend, it was easy going roll. Life was anything but fair, but somehow we didn't care. Way back then, we saw all the movies on a big screen when we couldn't.
Hi guys, I just finished getting ready. I am so excited and so nervous. We're just about to head out. I'm wearing this outfit here. Top is from La Bonito, bottom is also from La Bonito. It is really flowy and comfortable and also has pockets. And then the best thing is that they have petite length, so then it's not too long for me at all. I actually don't have to get it hemmed at all, which is amazing. We have everything packed up. I got the cookbooks, all the sauces, all the stickers, and all the gifts. I am so excited and nervous at the same time for my first ever meet and greet. I really don't know what to expect, but so far everyone in Singapore has been so nice, and I just can't wait to meet everyone officially in person and hug everyone and talk about food. But yes, let's head out together. Can't wait to bring you guys along with me. Wish me luck. This is a trip that I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life because it truly marked the highlight of my year. My first ever meet and greet.
Everyone say hi. Hello, hello. Wow, this is crazy.
If I'm being completely honest, I really didn't think anyone would show up in the beginning, especially since it was planned so last minute. But Singapore, you proved me so wrong. Thank you so much for showing me so much love. It still doesn't feel real walking into that room, seeing so many of your faces, the people who have been supporting me, cooking my recipes, sending me love through screens for years. It hit me all at once. I don't think I've ever felt so loved, so lucky, so grateful. It's one thing to read your messages online, but seeing you in person, hearing your stories, there's no way to describe that gratitude. Every smile, every letter, every photo, it made every late night editing, tears, and every moment of self-doubt so worth it.
Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Oh, wow. Hello. Hi. Oh, my goodness.
Oftentimes, doing what I do can feel a little bit lonely because most days it's just me, filming, editing, writing, and hoping my stories would reach someone out there. But that day, meeting all of you in person, giving you real hugs, hearing real laughter, it reminded me that I am not alone. You have no idea how much it means to me that you took time out of your busy weekends to come see me, bring me gifts with your hard-earned money, and just to share that love in person. I will remember that moment forever. What started off as a food channel has grown into something so much bigger, a community that feels like family. When I was going through my darkest time with grief, this space truly quickly became my light, my safe space, my happy place. And knowing that you were all there with me, even when you didn't realize it, gave me the strength to keep going. A big thank you to Rachel and the Love Benito team for helping me put this all together so last minute, and to my best friends and Dom for being my rock, taking time out of their vacation to be there to support me. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for reminding me that food really does bring all of us together. I promise to keep working hard for this community that's given me so much love and support, and I promise I'll be back next time with more cookbooks and Kaido products for all of you guys to try. I love you guys all so much. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Oh, that looks so fluffy.
Okay. Moist.
Moist. Oh no, different, see? So cute. Oh, that's cute. The butt. Oh my goodness. So cute.
For dinner, I wanted to keep the foodie adventure going and bring my besties to two of my new favorite spots here in Singapore. First up, Chun Hoi Parlor, a Singapore soul food restaurant that instantly feels like home. They're known for their baijiu cocktails. In fact, they have the largest baijiu cocktail in the world outside of China. Imagine your classic cocktails like gin and tonic, but with a Chinese herbal and floral twist. However, if I'm being honest, I'm really here for the food. My must order is their dry laksa. It is smoky, savory, packed with that umami flavor. And of course, their Hainanese kompong chicken. It is tender, juicy, and so flavorful that I genuinely think this is one of the best Hainan chicken here in Singapore. Next up is my absolute favorite bar in Singapore, Nutmeg and Clove. The last time I came here, I instantly knew I had to bring my friends back. It's one of those places that just sticks with you, the energy, the people, the creativity, and every single drink. By the way, I actually have another Singapore vlog coming really soon from my last trip where I dive deeper into this place and even more local finds, so I don't want to spoil too much. But let's just say after trying more than 10 cocktails here, not one has ever disappointed me. And okay, you have to save room for the rendang mac and cheese. It is rich, spicy, creamy. I literally been thinking about it ever since I had it, and I seriously need to recreate it in my own kitchen soon. So trust me when I say this, Nutmeg and Clove is a must-add spot to your Singapore itinerary. Hands down, my favorite bar here, and one that I'll keep coming back again and again.
My boys in last place.
First time trying kaya toast together. Is officially F1 day, and of course you can't go to the races on an empty stomach, so you already know it's another day filled with lots of good food. We start off the morning with, yes, more kaya toast, and I'm happy to report that Yvonne has officially joined the Kaya Toast Assumption Club.
This is a great combo. All the flavors.
Yay! We didn't want to get too full though, because for lunch we went to one of the most stunning restaurants here in Singapore, National Kitchen by Violent Un. This place is a dream. The moment you walk in, it feels like you're stepping into a piece of Singapore's history. They're known for their Peranakan cuisine with an elegant twist. We start off with their iconic kueh pie tea. These delicate little top hat pastry shells filled with bamboo shoots, turnip, and prawns topped with sweet fruit sauce and chili. It's the perfect bite. It is crunchy, savory, spicy, and just so satisfying. Then came their chicken satay, grilled perfectly with that smoky char and served with creamy peanut sauce and soft rice cakes. Honestly, if you ever see satay on a menu in Singapore, just order it. I promise you won't regret it. For our mains, we shared all of my favorites: the chapchae, a mix of vegetables and bean curd skin, the beef rendang, and of course the classic chicken rice, the most flavorful soup I have ever had. We really demolished everything because every dish felt like a warm hug. It was soulful, comforting, and made with so much love. But please save room for dessert because their coconut delight was pure heaven. Soft coconut jelly made with coconut water, topped with fresh coconut flesh, creamy coconut ice cream, and drizzled with that creamy syrup. It is light, not too sweet, the most refreshing way to end the perfect meal. Okay, I have another confession. I've been hyping up Singapore to my friends for months before this trip. Like, I wouldn't stop talking about how amazing the food, the people, and the vibes are. You know that feeling when you talk up a place so much that you start to panic a little, wonder if it'll actually live up to the expectation? Well, I was definitely feeling that pressure. But safe to say, Singapore did not disappoint. I promise this video is not sponsored by the tourism board, even though it probably sounds like it is because I am so obsessed. But if anything, I think I accidentally became a mini local tour guide myself on this trip. We just had so much fun and all of us completely fell in love with the country. First up, as someone who loves cocktail, let me just say Singapore really knows what they're doing. They don't just follow trends, they actually set them. Every single bar we visit have its own story, its own creative twist, and it's such a pride that makes every experience so special. And the people here, they are so kind, so warm, and so proud of their culture and heritage. You can truly feel it everywhere, through their shops, their cafes, their markets, even the little design details that you've seen in every neighborhood. It's like every corner of the city has its own story and everyone you meet carries a piece of that story with them. Singapore truly has a special energy. It's modern yet full of soul, fast-paced but so deeply rooted in its community. And as someone who's never been to F1 before and honestly knows nothing about it, I had the best time. It was such a surreal experience listening to Lewis Capaldi perform in the rain, and by the way, he is even better live in person, eating skewers in the humid night air and feeling that rush of excitement as cars zoom by at an insane speed. It's one thing to watch it on TV, but being there in person, the sounds, the lights, the atmosphere, it's the kind of adrenaline that you really can't describe. What amazed me the most is how the race literally happens through the city. Like the next morning, we were driving on the same street that they were racing on the night before. It felt so wild seeing Singapore transform this high energy playground while still holding its charm and warmth. And even during our taxi ride to the event, every local we talked to was genuinely so excited for F1 weekend. Not just for the race, but what it brings to the city. The crowds, the buzz, the fun activations popping up everywhere. You can feel the collective pride and joy in the air. It's truly one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences, the ones that you kind of pause mid-moment and think, wow, am I really here? The energy, the people, the food, the rain, the laughter, everything about that night reminded me why I love moments that bring people together.
Dom and I came here 8 years ago, and now we're back again.
For our last day in Singapore, we decided to slow things down a little, do what we love the most, wandering, eating, and soaking up every last bit of magic the city has to offer. For lunch, we went to one of my comfort spots, Song Fa Bak Kut Teh, a Singaporean classic that has been around since 1969. The second that peppery, garlicky aroma hits you, you just know it's gonna be so good. Funny enough, Dom and I actually stumbled across this place 8 years ago, totally by accident. We followed the smell and the crowds as you do, and this actually ended up being the last final meal that we had on the trip. Now it's become a little tradition. Every time we're back in Singapore, I have to come eat here. Something about the warm, savory broth and tender pork ribs feels like coming home. And of course, we couldn't leave without our daily matcha fix. This time we also tried the famous mochi, and oh my goodness, look at that bounce. I wasn't expecting it to be so soft and chewy. It reminded me so much of the ones that we had in Japan. Pro tip, drizzle on that brown sugar syrup all over it to give that deep caramelly sweetness that ties everything together. Next up, we went to Gardens by the Bay, one of my favorite places in the world. I've been here 4 times now and somehow it still takes my breath away every single time I visit. Walking through the cloud forest, the midst of air and the flowers blooming all around, it almost doesn't feel real. Yvonne said something that really stuck to me. She said, flowers and plants are nature's art. The more you look at them, the more you realize how effortless and beautiful the world can be. And then we ended our night the best way possible, with food. Our final dinner was at Putong Key, and it was even better in person compared to takeout, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this is probably the perfect way to end our trip. We ordered everything: the fried tofu, the shrimp pancake, the sambal spinach, the beef kway teow, and of course their famous chicken rice. We honestly barely talked during this meal, just smiles, quiet happiness that comes with good food and good company. And then the dessert. Our sweet tooth fully took over that night. First up, it was melt in your mouth cookies that Dom was absolutely obsessed with. It was soft, buttery, and just the right amount of sweetness. Next, we had to try the viral blue cheese cheesecake, which honestly might be one of the most interesting desserts I have ever had. Yvonne and I absolutely loved it. It was really creamy, rich, and slightly savory in the best way possible. The kind of dessert that makes you pause mid-bite because you're not sure what just happened, but it kind of just works. Dom and Andrew, on the other hand, absolutely hated it. So I think this is one of those desserts that really depends on your taste bud, but trust me, it is definitely worth trying at least once. However, we weren't done yet because of course we couldn't leave Singapore without going back to Birds of Paradise one more time for their floral gelato with the strong espresso, the perfect perfection. And we ended the night at the iconic Atlas bar. It honestly feels like stepping straight into the Great Gatsby, high ceilings, golden art decor, tons of details on the wall, and a gin tower that literally reaches the ceiling. I just sat there and soaked it all in. Was I a little sad that our time here was coming to an end? Absolutely. But more than anything, I felt excited. I'm so excited to come back here again to make even more memories and to keep falling in love with Singapore over and over again. Thank you, Singapore, for being the kindest host. You left us so speechless in every way possible. This trip reminded me why I do what I do, to connect, to share stories through food, and to celebrate the beauty of the world around us. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. I love you guys all so much, and I can't wait to see you next week. Love you!